Hey everyone, Techne here with this episode of Techne Talks, and look at this. I actually made it to the Sunday. I thought if I would schedule it out, I'd totally just blow it off, you know what I mean? But we made it. Let's cross our fingers for the next Sunday. This week on this Techne Talks, we're going to be talking about embargoes, of course, with peripherals and PC components that we review right here. But as you all know, I use different products during each Techne Talks right now, and I like sharing it with you guys in case you're interested in any of these products. As far as the microphone, it's a Movo UM700. It's a $100 microphone off Amazon and $20 off right now. So not a bad budget option if it sounds good. Again, we're testing this here together. This mic is obviously not with it. This is a separate mic that I use. As far as the mouse, we're using the Razer Orochi. The funny thing is, remember they marketed this as like a portable laptop mouse? I was like, whatever, who's going to, and it's 99% of the time when I use it, it's with my laptop around the house or whatever I'm doing. So anyways, Razer Orochi laptop is Lenovo Legion 5. I got a review coming up on this, but kind of spoiler. Wow, I think I finally found the one right here. But anyways, let's dive into this episode of Techne Talk talking about embargoes. And this has been a spicy subject on my channel. I've been pretty vocal about it before. By the way, every product we have out here was under embargo. Heck, every product is under embargo at one point or another. Heck, even like a new soda or a new burger from McDonald's, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But where it gets sticky is what kind of embargo or where the embargo goes. One thing I want to touch on before we even dive into that while I hit my head here is some people have stated before when I bring up subjects like this, well, Techne, don't sign it. You sound like you're whining. Don't bother with it. You know what I mean? Sign it if you want, don't if you don't, And by the way, I'm not pointing my finger at other people or other YouTubers saying, it's their choice to do what they want. I'm just letting you know my view, how I feel about it, and the way I go about it, you know what I mean? And why I even talk about these things is, number one, before I was a YouTuber, I was curious about it. Like, I see these people reviewing products, but no one's really telling me the inside story. Like, what's going on? Like, how does it work? What's the good, the bad, the ugly, and the dirty? You know what I mean? I wanted to know. So again, I like sharing that stuff with you, maybe like a YouTube whistleblower or something, But no, nothing like that. But again, even as these embargoes, which we're going to dive into here, hopefully it sheds some light and helps some other people, some newer YouTubers, or maybe even current YouTubers out there, and just like makes it, okay, wow, maybe I should look out for that or watch out for that or something, And diving in to embargoes, every product, again, we have on a table here was on embargo, minus this cup of coffee right here, for free to talk about that. So let's talk some big companies here. Let's talk Logitech G Pro X. Let's talk Microsoft with the Xbox wireless headsets. Two awesome products. And pretty much how it goes with these companies, these big companies. We're talking about these two here. Even Corsair and Razer, actually. We'll talk about all those glorious will be a later subject that some of you know about. So how it goes is they'll send us an email saying, hey, Techne, we have this product launching on X date at X time. Are you willing to agree for this embargo here? That's it. Straight up email just like that. I shoot back yes or no, which obviously I shot back yes. They say, okay, and then they'll shoot me another email with product information, reviewer's guide, all that kind of stuff, And they'll say, okay, we're going to get it shipped out by this weekend. You'll get it to you, and you have the product probably, give or take, 3 to 2 weeks beforehand. You know what I mean? Sometimes a little shorter, but usually around that time. And you're not allowed to talk about it, share it. Some companies will let you like tweet or post out on social media or stuff, or someone will let you do like maybe an unboxing, something like that, maybe an overview. But a lot of times it's just kind of hush hush, don't say anything about it until this date or this time right here. And that's pretty much everything. That's why you see on YouTube when like a new product launches, like the Orochi or whatever, everyone posts at like 10 o'clock. You see 10 videos come up, you know what I mean? Or GPUs, stuff like that, Again, it's everything, shoes, whatever. So that's the way the majority, 99% of the embargoes go like that. Simple yes or no email. That's it. Could that be held up in court or something? I don't think so, because again, you're not signing a legal document. You're just handshaking. And me, personally, I am a firm believer in when you agree on something and you make that deal, darn it, you better stick with it. You know what I mean? Not like, oh, hey, I don't like this company, so let me spoil it. Let me put it out there. I don't like what they did to me before, or my friend, let me put it out there. It's a handshake between me, this person, or this company, and darn it, I'm going to stick to it. Like, whatever I say, that's it. Like, if you don't stick to that, you shouldn't be reviewing products or doing something else. You're just a complete schmuck if you can't stick to your word in your handshake. You know what I mean? If it's a digital handshake. Sip of coffee. That's good. That's really good. I've been using almond creamer lately. I've been going vegetarian, and I've been trying to do like vegan as much as I can, vegan cheese and stuff. But anyways, I've been trying to cut out dairy, like a lot of milk, and been going almond, and it's actually really good. I highly recommend you try it. Save the animals. You know what I mean? Anyways, we got off subject. Maybe we need to have a vegetarian techniques talk. That'd be totally opposite of the channel, so no one would probably watch it. So anyways, we covered the basic kind of embargo right there. Now I want to talk about the other one, which really sparks this up for me, and which I think is an incredibly dirty practice, as I have told you guys before. But what sparked it up is I had another company do it to me. You know what I mean? So number one, the glorious one, right? With the GMMK, their mouse before, I think it was the Model O Wireless was the one that really sparked it, is when they first shot the embargo contract to me, like serious contract, like legal document. I think it was like 4 pages or something. I forget what it is. And it's covering a lot of the same stuff. Don't talk about this. Don't show anything about this. Don't show anything on the inside, yada, yada, yada. And then when you scroll down further, there's law codes, a few law codes. Glorious, for example, is saying it sticks to Texas law, this, that, or the other. You're in a 3-year contract, or maybe it was a 2-year contract. I forget what it was, you know. So again, stuff like that, like you're in a legal binding contract. I'm sorry, but I'm a dad. I got a wife. I've worked very hard for everything I have, paid off new built house, you know, not touting by any means, but again, I've worked very, very hard for what I have. I'm sorry, covering a new mouse or a keyboard, putting that at a potential risk, no way. And I highly recommend any use out there not to. And again, let me talk about this other one, and we'll go more into why I think it's wrong. So the one that really sparked it up for me, and this is such a bummer because I was so excited to cover this company's products. It's one of the main things I love the most, being headsets, that being Beyerdynamic, right? So they didn't tell me what products they have because, again, we had to agree on the embargo before they released the stuff to me. So I didn't agree on embargo, and I shot them an email. I'll load it up right here, and we'll talk about it. So, again, they said, hey, can you agree on this email? Same as those, as far as do you agree on this date, this time, yada, yada. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then they shoot me, let's get it up. They shoot me, where is it? Okay, well, there we go. So then they shoot me this, say, okay, well, assign this NDA, and then we'll go through with the product. I said, whoa, hold on. So I looked it over, read it and everything, and I got it pulled up here actually. So Beyerdynamic is a German company, right? So I'm just going to go through some pinpoints here. It's a lot of talk. How many pages is this here? 3 pages of embargo stuff talking about the parties not talking about it, yada, yada, which is fine. All that stuff is fine. Not an issue, right? And I would totally sign that, right? So what throws me off right here is, number one, they got to, I should have highlighted this. So they got a couple law codes on here. What is this? 15 AKTG, and it's to Germany law. Federal Republic of Germany. This agreement is governed by. I don't know what the heck the laws are in Germany, and I have no intention to go research them and look them up. I'm trying to figure out about this product, not your stinking law code. You know what I mean? And me being just this regular guy that loves talking tech and products, I don't got a lawyer over here looking this stuff up for me. Some bigger channels probably do, you know, but again, like, no one should have to do that. I don't know Texas law. I don't know Germany. Like, I don't barely know my own state's law. You know, I know what speed limit to go, you know what I mean? And don't do anything illegal, you know? So, but this is where it gets even worse right here. So, where's it up here? It says that the parties agree on this agreement for 3 years. All right, this Beyerdynamic agreement right here. But then down here on number 8, the obligation confidentially expires 5 years after the disclosure of each individual item. Okay? So, whoa. So, okay, we agreed on, I didn't, but if you were to agree, you agree on this signed document for 3 years. Okay? So anything the company sends you, is it anything that you buy? I don't know. Like, would it be so I buy this, or you sent this to me, okay, we agreed on that, but what if I go to the store and buy something by your company? Am I also tied into that? I don't know. But again, so right there, you agreed on the document, this contract for 3 years, but as far as the product they're sending you, you agreed on 5 years. Confidential information, or at least 3 years after the expiry of this confidential relationship. So again, it's all back and forth washy. Like, they're covering themselves. They are covering themselves. I don't have the glorious contract with me still, but it was similar. You know what I mean? The company's covering themselves. So why this? I don't know. I want to say I can look up the codes, but that's just so much. And anyways, real quick before we start talking about what I don't like about it, again, I shot to them. I said, well, hey, man, I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. I don't like that, yada, yada. And they said, well, the NDA is pretty important for us, as we need information is leaked. Us as a medium company can always be delayed products or sales, yada, yada. And they also said, well, we never sued anybody before. Well, great. Now I feel comfortable, So let me talk about why I don't like them and stuff like that. Just talking about those embargoes, the glorious one, the bear dynamic, those are the only two I experienced right there, and I'm sure many other companies do it. I'm sure they do. It's just scary because I'm going to give you two examples that I've had myself. Number one, say HyperX. Now, HyperX does it regularly, just like the majority of the companies. Do you agree? Yada, yada. So say I sign an embargo with HyperX like that, right? I don't know if y'all remember when I reviewed the HyperX SoloCast microphone. I was just shopping around. Like, I still love going to Best Buy and walking the tech aisles, the peripheral aisles, and the gaming aisles and stuff. I don't know. I just love it, going in there, touching the product actually in hand. Anyways, so I found the SoloCast in there, and this was like 2 weeks before it was actually even announced by HyperX. I found it. I got home. I was so excited. I covered it, used it, and reviewed it with you guys. You know what I mean? And that's awesome, being able to go about it as a consumer. If I signed a document like that with HyperX, would that have been an issue? I don't know. Could have they used that document against me if they wanted to and said, hey, remove that video? I honestly think so, because again, I'm in a HyperX agreement. You know what I mean? But I honestly don't know. But again, it's kind of like those things, like, let me cover myself where I can and not take the risk, So that's kind of an example right there. Like, if I signed the Bear Dynamic one, what if I talked about and covered something else about their product that they didn't want shown? Could they come after me? That scares me, man. And it's not worth the risk of views or whatever you're going to get, The glorious one again, that one was a stinker because, again, I was so excited. Like, the GMMK Pro is an awesome product. I wanted to show it, you know what I mean? And me not agreeing with it, number one, I review it, a week or two after everyone else does. So it's kind of like, all right, we already saw 15 reviews, 20 reviews. We don't need to see another. So you're kind of the bottom of the barrel now, so that really stinks. It's all marketing for everybody, the company, the YouTube channel. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So that really stunk. Now, another example I wanted to give you, and this is with Razer. Now, again, Razer's just like all the other companies. Do you agree? Yes? Okay. Simple and easy. So it was the V3 Pro headset, the Kraken. I don't know, the most recent Razer headset I've covered. It was on an embargo, just a regular agreement thing. Like, I believe it was like, they just always, a lot of these companies go off Pacific time, and I tend to get, I got so many going on. Like, I look on the floor right now, I got like 4 or 5 embargo products right now. You know what I mean? So I get a little mixed up. My calendar is like an absolute mess. So anyways, I had my time wrong whenever I put it on YouTube. I guess I put it at local time. So my video posted, I believe, it was either an hour or 2 before the embargo time. and I didn't notice that. And I saw it, and I saw my video. This is how I caught it, right? I saw my video go live, and I was like, this is weird. Why hasn't Razer tweeted about this? There's nothing on Instagram. They haven't posted a video about it yet, So it was so crazy. I'm like, what's going on? So I look at my reviewer's guide, and I look at the time. I said, oh shoot, man. I posted this early, and it's already got views and everything. So I can't just delete it, repost it. I guess I could have. They could have made me or asked me, you know what I mean? And I would have. Of course I would have, because I'm like, son of a gun, what a stupid mistake. At least it wasn't a whole day before. But my point being is something like that, me even posting an hour or two early from the agreement time we agreed on, if that company wanted to, they could probably ruin me, right? I could probably, these companies got all this money, lawyers and stuff. What could they sue me for? My paid off house? It's just, it's scary. You know what I mean? They can really, would they? Again, would they? I like to believe no, but it's always like a trust but verify, I don't know these people personally. I talk to them a lot, but that's about it, but that's scary when you think about it, Am I paranoid? I like to call it covering my bases and playing it safe, So talk about Glorious. I've been quite vocal about a lot of Glorious companies, right? What if I was glorious? What if I was glorious? What if I was vocal about something else we agreed on? And they're like, here's our chance. Let's get him. You know what I mean? Payback, so stuff like that it's scary. It's risky. You can always go the route of, heck, let me just sign it. Let me do my reviews as commercials. Let me be good with the company and only review the good things and not the bad things. But I don't want to take that route. I want to take the route of a consumer where I can talk about the product however the heck I want. You know what I mean? To you guys. And if I find an awesome product at the store, I want to cover it with you guys. Like a consumer, I want to be excited for the tech and cover it like that. Not as a fluffy commercial, how the company wants it to be shown. I want to cover it how I want. And again, I feel like when you start signing into these contracts with these companies, now you're tied into what they want. You're in a stinking contract, a legal contract. Just saying that's scary. You know what I mean? And why it's such a big deal to me is hopefully, heck, everybody and their brother is reviewing peripherals on YouTube now. It is the new trend, right? Whether it be mice or whatever, keyboards. We got any coffee reviewers out there? So think about that. Like, I don't have a big channel. What are we, 160, 170,000 subscribers, something like that? Nothing gigantic by any means, decent size. But say if there's this little channel, this guy just getting started, and this company comes to them, Glorious, whatever, they come to them and say, hey man, we're going to send you this new product covering your channel, sign this agreement, and we'll send you the product. This little kid, I say little kid, 18-year-old, whatever, because I don't know if they check age to sign those. Like, they send one to a 17-year-old to sign a legal contract. I hope not. Let's say it's like this 18, 20-year-old kid, you know what I mean? Just out of high school. He's excited. Holy smokes, this company's talking to me about this. Heck yeah, you know what I mean? And he slips up on social media or something like that. Again, would the companies do that? I would like to believe no, and I highly believe no, they wouldn't do anything. They'd probably say, hey man, just remove it, and done. But again, it's just that peace of mind in there that I don't want looking over my shoulder, you know what I mean, that I wouldn't want. But again, hopefully that a lot of these people getting into it now, heck, I've only been here 2.5 years or something, so I'm new myself, but hopefully expressing this and putting this out there that it will protect someone else in the future. Like, and then maybe us as, I'm not bigger, but us as medium-sized YouTube channels, whatever, you know what I mean, somewhat bigger channels, if we all start doing this and saying no. Like, think about if, more bigger YouTubers said, no, I'm not going to sign your contract, Glorious. What would they do? They'd say, okay, hey, we got to wipe this clean. We're not going to do it. You understand? But some people do this as their job, and that is going to pay their bills. That review. Post it, get a few hundred views, a few affiliate clicks, and you're going to get it. If you don't sign it, Jim Bob Joe over here is going to sign it, and you're out of luck, kind of like what I was. You know what I mean? But so it's kind of like right there. Will more YouTubers not sign these legal agreements? I doubt it. Because again, it's their livelihood. It's some of their livelihood. So they're just going to agree to it and sign it. But again, I think it's a practice that's not cool. I think legal contracts reviewing products should not be done. I think their PR department should do some research and find out what channels, people cover the stuff legit and don't spoil leaks and stuff like that, and go about it that way rather than dealing with legal contracts. I think legal contracts are dirty, and then I think you're part of the company rather than a straight up consumer. So there's multiple things that I don't like about it at all, and I'll never sign one. It hurts, because again, I wanted to cover the glorious stuff early. I wanted to cover these Bear Dynamic, whatever, I guess headphones. I don't know. I really don't know the products. So that stinks, and that's, again, I understand the whole point of embargo. I understand it completely. No one wants this stuff leaked. They want to be able to cover it how they want to cover it at first, and then us rating it and reviewing it, giving it a rated review, right? Like if they release this and I'm able to talk about it a week before and say it's trash, how many people aren't going to order it until then? But if they talk about it on their release date, people are excited. They're going to order it. Bam. They're going to watch their promo video on it and order it. But if we review it beforehand and give it a bad review, how many sales is that going to hinder? So I understand the whole process. I do. Maybe tech inside a product. I understand it, but I don't agree with legal binding embargo contracts. And I highly recommend you not to sign them, but hey, sign at your own risk. Maybe live with your parents and, you can put it on their shoulders, which probably wouldn't be cool either. But all in all, don't sign legal binding embargo contracts. So that's all I have for this episode of Techne Talks, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully I helped you out if you were looking into getting to reviewing products, anything, not even just peripherals, maybe food or shoes, clothes, whatever, makeup. I don't know. I'm sure they all do the same thing, So hopefully I helped you out, and hopefully spread a little knowledge your way. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope to catch you in the next video or next Techne Talks. I'm going to try very hard to go for next Sunday as well. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but hey, we're going to try again. See you next Sunday. Bye now.